Hello, and thanks for tuning in to True Crime with Venice, a true crime channel where I tell the stories of innocent victims. The story that I'm discussing today is the story of Quadir and Nazir Lewis. Quadir and Nazir Lewis were identical twin brothers. They were 19 years old and they lived in Lawrenceville, Georgia. The twins were inseparable and were very close. The brothers booked a flight for 7 a.m. last Friday to Boston, but never made their flight. Just 24 hours later, Quadir and Nazir were found deceased in an area that was unfamiliar to them. The family said that they had never visited that area of Georgia before. The location the brothers were found at was Hiawasee, Georgia, in the mountains. They were found by hikers. The family had never even heard of Bell Mountains and was wondering why the twins ended up there and never made it to the airport. Bell Mountain, located in Hiawasee, Georgia, is about 90 miles from Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is where they lived. Just to get an idea of Hiawasee, Georgia, it has a population of only 1,012 people, and the median income is around $24,816 a year. It is about 94% white. The family said that their tickets for the flight was found in their wallets on the mountain. The brothers were found shot to death, and the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is treating the murders as a homicide-suicide. However, the family is not going for that, as the twins would never hurt themselves or each other. The GBI has reported that the autopsies have been completed, but they're still awaiting additional forensic test results along with investigative work before issuing a final ruling on the cause of their deaths. The family has created a GoFundMe to help with funeral costs for the twins during this difficult time. This story is still developing, and I will for sure follow up for updates. So sad. These two young men were only 19 years old. They entered the world together, and they left unfortunately together. It seems highly unlikely that these young men would do this to themselves 90 miles away from their residence, especially when they were planning to visit friends in Boston and actually bought tickets. Do you think foul play is involved? Leave your comments and let me know what you think happened to these young men. That's it for now, and I will continue to follow this story and post updates as I receive them. Thank you so much for tuning into True Crime with Venice, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Mystery on Bell Mountain. The bodies of twin brothers found in Towns County near the North Carolina line, 90 miles from their home in Lawrenceville. The GBI initially investigating this as a murder-suicide, but tonight the family says they're not buying it. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn spoke with them just a few hours ago. He's live for us in our newsroom with more on this investigation and what the family has to say, Cody.
Well, Jennifer, the brothers Kydir and Nazir Lewis were twins. The GBI says a hiker found their bodies at the top of Bell Mountain on Saturday morning. Both had been shot. The family couldn't believe it when they got the call hours later, knowing the twin brothers were supposed to be in Boston visiting friends.
We want answers. We want to know exactly what happened to the twins.
Nazir and Kydir Lewis.
Those are my nephews.
Just a few weeks shy of their 20th birthday.
I can get past it, they're gone.
The twins' uncle, Raheem Bronner.
They're very protective of each other. They love each other. They're like inseparable. So I couldn't imagine them hurting each other because I never even seen them get into a fist fight before.
The GBI saying their preliminary investigation points to the twins' death being a murder-suicide.
We knew right away that wasn't true.
Family says the twins had a 7 a.m. flight to Boston last Friday.
Right there, we never heard from them. They missed their flight. We don't know what happened.
24 hours later, the twins' body found 90 miles away.
How they end out in the mountains, they don't hike out there. They've never even been out there. They don't know nothing about Hiawasee, Georgia. They never even heard of Bell Mountains. So how did they end up right there?
A mystery this family is trying to solve.
They had a huge support system. Like, we know them, that they wouldn't do anything like this. So to say that they did this to each other when they come from a family of love, and they love each other, they always together, we don't believe that. They didn't do this to each other. Something happened in those mountains, and we want answers.
I did reach out to the GBI tonight. A spokesperson says the twins' autopsies is finished, but they're awaiting additional forensic testing to be finished, as well as the investigation portion of this, before they issue a final ruling on the brothers' causes of death.